if we have some text like this, and but if I want to get the username, you know that your username and the registration number has some differences, right? There are some differences that even though your registration number is with slash and e capital, but the username should be displayed like this. So in such situation, what I need to do, I need to extract some of the letters, some of the characters. Even though here it's number, but we consider it as characters since it's text from another text. Right? It's a one operation that we need to do in text or in characters. What we need to do, we need to extract some letters or characters from a given set of characters or set of letters or set of words. Right? That is one operation. And the other operation, I'm telling the examples, right? That in what purposes that we have to use text and string functions in Excel. Uh, when I consider this section, the names are given as separated values like first name, middle name, and surname. But here, if I want to get the name, the full name in one cell, so there's another type of character or text operation in Excel, right? Hello, can you all hear me now? Because I try to change my connection to another computer, which is wired one. And hello, can you all hear me now?
Yes, madam.
Yeah.
Yes, madam.
And, I will transfer this to another computer, but while I'm explaining this to you, and what I was discussing about the text operations in Excel, so that I have mentioned two examples like that. You also can think of the examples that we can apply. We can apply text and string functions in Excel, right? So that in this case, that if we want to get the full name, what we need to do, we need to add these three columns, so these three cells, and we continue to the rest of the cells in the same column, right? So that for that, we have to use the text and string function in Excel, right? You know that when we go to concatenate means concatenate is a similar word for combining, so that you can combine the words using concatenate operation, right? Concatenate function is in Excel. So that how you can use concatenate function, if the cell that you want to appear the full name, we will go and we'll type concatenate. And I think I have mentioned you that I prefer if you can write the functions in capital letters. And there's one thing I think I have mentioned, and I have mentioned that when you are just typing one or two words, letters, it will suggest you the functions available in Excel, so that I can select it from the list available there. So double click, when you double click, it will come to the cell that you have selected, with the help also that it says that this is how you can use the concatenate function, right? So it's asking to select the text that you want to concatenate or you want to combine. So I want to combine text, this one, comma, this one, comma, this one, right? So if I give me a minute, right? I will put the network cable to my computer. And let me know that if my voice is not clear, right? I wanted to know that if I type the concatenate function, is it correct? Am I getting the correct format of the full name? What do you all think? If I use the concatenate function and with these three cells, do you think that it's correct? Can I get the full name to the I2 cell? You can just unmute and you can say, or you can just put your opinion in the chat pane. What do you think? Do you think that I can get the correct full name for in this cell? No idea. Hmm? Can you all hear me now? I have switched to the another computer.
Yes,
Can
madam.
you all hear me now?
Yes, madam.
Hello.
Yes, madam.
Okay,
Yes,
now
ma'am.
my voice is clear now, right?
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
no breaking. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Hope that now it's working properly. And I was saying that If I want to get the full name to the I2 cell, if I write the function like this, do you think will I be able to get the full name correctly to I2 cell? Is it correct or not correct? I need your opinion. You can put your opinion in the chat pane, or you can just unmute and say. If you think that I can get the correct form of the full name to I2 cell, so let me know. Or do you think that I cannot get it correctly? What
Space
do you think?
between two names.
Yes, okay, not correct. Why you are saying it's not correct? Because of what, I mean, what's the alteration or what's the changes that I should do? Apply square brackets. Square brackets, we are not applying it to the functions. Square brackets, we are not using to the in the function. Any other opinion? I need you to answer, right? I like that if you can unmute and you can just, okay, right. That's not I expected. Okay, I will apply here as well, right? Now, this is, I applied. Yes. One. No, actually, the meaning of the square bracket here is it's optional, right? It's not the format of writing, right? It says that concatenate F2, G2 and H2 are not like, it's not optional. You can have one or more like that. That is not the correct way to write the function. It says that um, you can have several like F2, and that's why that's the idea of the uh, square brackets. Yes, it's correct, right? If I put like this, I will not be able to see the spaces in between the names, right? So what I asked to do, concatenate F2, G2 and H2. So then the name will display like this. So to avoid that, I need to concatenate two more things. What are the things that I need to concatenate? I need to concatenate two spaces in between the F2 cell and G2 cell and H2 cell, right? I have to have two more spaces in between the first name and middle name, also middle name and surname, right? So how to write a space, how to concatenate the similar way that we can concatenate any text if we put it with double quotation, right? So open the double quotation and keep the space and close the double quotation. So then that's how I can concatenate. Instead of the space here, you can concatenate any word or any character or any number if we put it in between the double quotation. So then I concatenate one space in between F2 and G2 and another space in between G2 and H2. So we have to make sure whether you have put the correct comma, correct brackets and press enter. Right, now you can see the name is displayed properly with the spaces in between first name and last name. Yeah, it is correct. Concatenate F2 space G2 space and H2, right? So that is how you can write text functions in Excel. So there's another type of text functions, and the conversion function text. So the text means that you can, I mean, if you have a kind of numbering word, like let's say that in Excel, you know that if I type a number here, if it is considered as a value, a number, it will display in right align format by default. Right? So this is a number. We can use it for calculation. But the same number, we can just format it as a text. We can just format it as a text. And if we want to display that text with some kind of format, like some kind of different format, then you have to use the text function. And I have put a large document. I have put a web page in fields Excel course page. What purposes we can use text function, because when we are using text function, we need to consider the format as well. What is the format that we want to display? So that so you can see that when I use the text function, if I type text here, you can see when you get the prototype of the text, it is the value and the format text. Right? So this is value 1, 2, 3. If I want to add it in different format, mostly that most of the time, if I want to display, you know, that telephone number is, we have some digits, but we want to display it as a text. It's not a number, right? It's a text. In that situation, we need to convert that number to a different format. We need to convert it to as a telephone number. So then in such case, you need to use the text function in Excel. So I have put, you can see, I have put a web page in the course page, different purposes that we are using the text function. One application is when we want to display the telephone number, or when we want to display that number with zeros in front of the number. Normally, we cannot add zeros. We cannot add zeros in front of a number because it will remove the zeros. Let's say that if I want to add zeros in front of 1, 2, 3, even though I put so many zeros, when I press enter, it will eliminate all the zeros. But if I want to add zeros, then I have to convert that number to a text value. Right? So in such case, you can use the text function as the conversion function to convert value or a number to a text, right? So you go through the web page that I have added into the course page. So then you can find some examples and some formatting options, how to use the text function, right? And the next one is the trim function, right? Trimming means sometimes, let's say that here you can, I don't know whether you can see it or not, in the niche, in Nishmi, there is a space in front of this word. There is a space in front of this word, which I can keep two. So extra space in front of the word, right? So accidentally, when we are typing our data, we are not noticing it. I mean, even for me also, it's not very clear. I just can see the text, but there are it can be happen, right? When we are typing, maybe some extra spaces in front of the text and as well as the behind the text can be happen, right? But the thing is, when we are doing some string operations, if there are some extra spaces, pre or post extra spaces will give incorrect result in our final column, right? So let's say that if I want to concatenate Nishmi and Shalika, I will get more spaces in front of the name, right? And so mostly it will affect something like that. That is for text extract function. If there are unnecessary spaces, pre or prior unnecessary spaces in your text, when we use text extract function, you will get the wrong result. Text extract function means if I want to get the this number, to convert this number to E19567, I can use this text extract function to calculate to get this number. What I should do here, uh, you know that if it's only E19 batch, I just can use E19 concatenate with 567, and 567 I need to extract it from this using these three digits, right? But if I have different batches, not only E19, then I cannot use the E19 concatenate with this value. Then I have to use this E19 also can be different. So then I have to use another function to extract this 19 value as well. Let's say that I have here E18. Right. We have something like this and we need to get the usernames. In such situation, we can only, E is only common for everything. So we can use concatenate E option, or we even though you don't want to use the concatenate option, you can use the text extract function to get the username from this value. What I should do, text extract function here, text extract function, first function, left. Left function get the given number of text starting from the left hand side. Given number of text starting from the left hand side. And the right function get the given number of text starting from given number of text starting from the right hand side. Let's say that I want to get E, I have to use left function with this value. I need only one character. Right? But if I want to get 567, I should use right, and from right, I need to get 3 characters. So I will get 567. Right? I'll write it separately for you to understand. When I use left function, left, open bracket, select this cell. How many numbers I need to get? 1. I get E, right? So if I want to get 19, it's middle value. So then I need to use mid function, use mid. What is the cell that I might text my value is in? It's so select F8 cell. Now mid has another 2 parameters. What is the starting number I need to extract? The starting number is 1, 2, 3. 3 is the starting number to get 19. And from there, I need 2 number of characters if I want to get 19. So you can see I got 19. And in 567, to get 567, I can use the write function, equal write, open bracket, and select this cell. I need 3 number of characters if I want to get 5, 6, 7. Right? You can see now I separated the text from this one, E19567. Now what I need to do, I need to concatenate these 3 numbers to get the username from this registration number. But my E is capital, so I need to convert it to simple. Right. So there are text conversion functions as well. And let's see what are the function that I can't actually remember what's the function that to convert, I think lower or upper, something like that. We'll see. So we'll see what are the functions available under the text. Under text, so I select the text category. So see whether there is a function to convert the case. Here, lower. Convert all letters in text string to lowercase. Right. So if I use lower, when I get this box, by clicking this one, I can select the cell that my value is available there. So press enter and click OK. Can you all see, right? I have used here left, mid, and right, and I convert it. Now I concatenate both 3 values to get the exact username from this registration number. But do I need to write all these functions separately? Can't I write it as a combination, right? We call this as nested function in Excel. Right? All together, all the functions together, rather than having the values in separate cell. Can't I write the set of function together, right? So you can write set of function together, and we say it's that we are using nested functions. We are writing functions, several functions together within one line, right? In programming also, you will have to use the same thing as a best practice. Rather than using several lines for different operations, we can just combine the operations and do it in a single line, right? So what I need to do, first thing, my outer calculation is, the final calculation is, I need to concatenate. Right? That's my final calculation. The final calculation comes as the outer function. So my outer function is the function concatenate. I have to concatenate. So what I should concatenate, the first thing I should concatenate is E, right? To get the E, what I need to do, the outer operation in this one is the final one we converted, right? So that's the outer one. What we converted, the value got used in the left function. So that my outer function inside this part is lower, and inside the lower, what I did, I used the left function to get the value E. Right. So that is the first part of my concatenated text. Right. And I had to use comma. So what is the middle, the next part in my text is the to get 19. To get 19, what I use? Mid function. Mid, open bracket. So this is the value. And starting point is 1, 2, 3. And from there, I obtain 2 number of characters. So that's the second part of my concatenate function. What's the third part? To get 5, 6, 7. To get 5, 6, 7, I use the right function. Right? And what's the text? So this is the text. I use 3 number of characters. Now there's another thing you should remember in when you are writing nested functions. You have to close all the brackets that you have opened. I don't know whether it's clear to you, but these brackets comes in different colors. So for you to understand clearly whether you have closed all the brackets, right? Here it's with blue color right, and this one in the right function, the bracket has blue color. So I have closed the blue color one, but I didn't close the black color one here. So because it only has the open bracket only, so that I have to close that. I have to close that this color button one left. See, I have done something wrong here. Here, when I place this close bracket one, can you all see that I have not closed the left color bracket here. Here the left open, F8 open and F8 closed. Now I need to close the left color button, the lower bracket here. So then only my equation gets the correct number. Is it clear, or do you want me to explain it again? Because it's a little bit complex thing, nested function. You can use several functions together in one cell rather than placing the values in different cells. So that's a best practice in Excel as well as you have to use this concept in programming also, right? So but in Excel, what you should understand, when you open the bracket, you have to close the bracket, right? So that you have to understand the part by part that you are using different functions here, like this. So then you have to make sure whether you have closed all open bracket. So then only your function get the correct answer. Is it clear? If it's clear, please raise your hand. Or if you want me to explain it, I would like to explain it. Okay, so I think you got the concept, right? Remember, without any problem, you have to use several functions together to get your answers. Here I only use the text extract function, but this can be applied to other functions as well. If you want to get the multiple functions together to calculate the value, you have to do it rather than using it in different cells. Okay, right. Now, the next function that we are going to discuss, next function types, trigonometry function. I think I don't want to explain you, and you all have done trigonometry for your A levels. You have learned. Can you all just put a chat message that what are the trigonometry functions? What are the trigonometry that you have learned in your A level? Not in Excel, but in your A level that you have learned some trigonometry function. Can you name one or two? Can someone put it in the chat pad? What else? It's amazing that rather than putting in this the simple trigonometric function, I can see that that you have added some advanced trigonometric function. We have three basic trigonometric function that everybody knows. What are those? Yes, that we have sine, cos, tan, sec, cosec, cots, cosh, right? Sin, lot of trigonometric function that we learn at school, right? In Excel as well, like you can just use there are functions to do the calculation, trigonometric calculation, and but the thing is, uh, you have used angles in um, there are two measurement units that to measure angles. What are those two units that you have learned? Hmm? That you have learned two measurement units. How to measure, you know that how to measure the angle. There are two measurement units. Can someone? Yes, radians and degrees, right? The default unit that we use to measure angle is degree, right? You know that 30 degree, 40 degree, 80 degree, 90 degree, 120, like that. But in Excel, if we want to do the calculation, if we want to use the trigonometric function, you have to convert angle to radian, right? So the Excel trigonometric functions are working with only radians, right? If you don't put it in the value in the radians, you will not be able to get the correct answer. So the first thing that what you have to do, you have to convert, if the angle is given in degrees, we have to convert it to radians, right? Here also that even though I put it in two different cells, you can use the nested function, right? You can use nested function. Here, if my angle is in, let's say that my angle is 30, and so then to convert angle to radian, we'll see that we just type R A maybe to see the function to convert angle to radian. So the function is in the same word, right? Radius. So I told you that mostly in most Excel functions are named using the proper English name, right? You don't want to worry. By looking at the function name, you can understand for what purpose it's using. So use the radians function, select this angle, and when you click enter, so the 30 is degree, and radians, it will convert to radians. So then to calculate the sine, the function is not actually sine in Excel, it's sin. Sin is the function to calculate the sine value in Excel. And so then open bracket and click radian and calculate. But instead of doing it in two steps, we can just do it in one step. What is the outer function? Outer function is sin. And what is the inner function? Inner function is radians. And radians, then open bracket and get the angle. Close the bracket of the radians function and close the bracket of the sine function. Right. So like that, you can just use the nested function option rather than putting into different steps. We can just have it in a single line, right? And so the very similarly for cos, the function is, I think it's exactly cos, not like, yes, it's cos. And what we can have the radians, and select the angle, close the radians bracket of the radians function, close the bracket of the cos function, then uh, press enter. Very similar, tan also has the same thing. Outer function is tan, and inner function is radians. Select the cell, close the correct number of brackets and press enter, right? So that is how you can write trigonometric function. And when you go to formula and select math and trig function, you can see the other functions as well. Not only sine, cos, tan, but sec, cosec, cot, all these trigonometric function available in the Excel, right? And so that is how you can calculate the trigonometry, use the trigonometry function in Excel, right? So in the assignment that I have given you, you have to use the trigonometry function to calculate the to solve the problems that is available in the assignment. And so that's another function type that I want to discuss with you. And there's something else that I want to discuss with you now, and have you heard about matrix? I yesterday, I mean, in the last class that I used, it's a Sinhala word and the Tamil word. I can't remember the Tamil word. Can anyone put in the chat the Tamil word for matrix? Not the film matrix, but the matrix in mathematics. Tamil word Thayam. Yes, now I remember. I got the word, but now the word slipped from me. And in Sinhala, it's called Nyasa, and in Tamil, it's called Thayam, and in English, it's called matrix. I just want to get to know your knowledge about the basic understanding about the matrix. I'm sending a poll to you. Please fill it. Can you all see the poll I have posted? I will give another 1 minute to answer. Okay, and I can see most of you have heard about it, and most of you have understand what is it about and what is it. And I can see the 88% have selected the correct answer. And yeah, actually the matrix, it's very, very important, especially in engineering and mathematical field, because we use the concept matrix to solve most of the problems, and most of the mathematical modeling and mathematical problems. So the matrix is very, very important. You have to understand its operation, and in Excel you can represent, you can use Excel to do the matrix calculation. Before that, matrix is I will end the polling. This is a matrix, right? You can see it's a kind of an array. It's a 2D array. It has rows and columns. And we represent the matrix using the number of rows and number of columns. Let's say that this is 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 3 by 4 matrix. And how we write it? 3 and the multiplication sign by 4 matrix, right? You can write the matrix with square bracket or just using the normal bracket. And so this has 3 rows and 4 columns. Right. So this is one of the element in matrix. It's in second row and second column, right? So we can see in each and every matrix there are set of values displayed in rows and columns, right? Matrix has its own mathematical operations. Even though we say the addition of matrix, multiplication of matrix, transpose of matrix, we cannot add it as the normal way that we are adding two numbers. It has a separate adding option and separate multiplication option and separate some other operations in matrix. I want you to, I have if you have visited the spreadsheet application course, I have opened another tab for matrix, and I make available some of the videos. So these are the videos available. These are 2 videos available. I couldn't find this the downloaded video, but I will try. I have found another type of video. I will put it here today, and I think you can remember, right? If the video link comes like this is a YouTube video, and if the video link come with download, that is the video I have added to the page, right? So when you click here, it will play with the YouTube video on top of the page. But when you click this link, you can download the same video to your computer. For your information, I have put the size of this video as well. Most of this video I downloaded it from the YouTube, but it takes a lot of time, and I showed you that how I downloaded. But every time I try my best to find the downloaded video, since you don't want to worry about data, uh, since it's available in fields. And so please go through the video, and I will put download video option for this video as well, and try to understand the concept of the matrix, right? So but the matrix calculation in Excel I will discuss in the next class, but I want way to discuss it, I want you to get thorough and about the matrix, what are its application, and what are the important things in matrix, and its order, position, elements, and everything. I want you to get a clear and proper understanding about the concept of matrix, right? Actually, that fields is as we um, given the information, fields is free, and so when we download something from fields, it should not cost data. But I don't know about the latest data packages. It's free for me. I mean, I am having Dialog as well as the that fiber connection. Both connection, fields is free. If something loaded in fields, it's free, but the data charge will charge for YouTube and the other site, but for fields it's for me. But I don't know the new connections, new data connections. I'm not sure. But this link, the fields.pdn.ac.lk, has given to the here. No, actually, I started uploading my recording session to directly to the this page as MP4, and if you want, I can upload it to YouTube as well. Sessions, you might notice that here that I have uploaded the sessions as MP4. Yeah, when you go to session 3, both versions are there, right? Here these things are on YouTube, and these things are to download. And but session 4 I didn't upload it to YouTube, but since that those who didn't register, and since I want them to provide the access, I will upload it to YouTube as well. And for this session also, I will do the both. uh, Yes, sure. I will do both. I will upload it to YouTube, as well as I will upload directly to the fields as well, right? And I will do both. So then, because I think some of the data package, the YouTube is free. I have seen such package. Then you can use it freely, because normally that YouTube we can view very high quality video. Other than when we download it, the quality will get some damage, and we will not be able to see the same quality as we view it in YouTube viewer, right? I will the whole idea, I want you to give maximum benefit, minimizing your data cost and data charges. So I will do everything that what I can do at my own side. Okay, right. So please go through these uh, videos and try to understand the concept of matrix. Maybe you have done it in your A level, but I want to refresh your mind, because when I start to do it in Excel, I'm not going to discuss about the matrix concept and elements and nothing. I will use that word, right? But I will explain you how to add two matrices, how to multiply two matrices, and what is the transpose of a matrix, and how we can represent it in Excel, and how to do the calculation of matrix in Excel, right? So that's the thing that we'll discuss. And I have done for the last group of up to here, because since we have already done one part yesterday, uh, because of that I'm going to wind up my session, otherwise that I will not be able to keep the same level in both group. And do you have any question? You can ask it from me now, if you have any question. Anything, and if you want anything to clarify, and if you cannot understand something that I discussed today, and even from the that this functions in Excel. And I wanted to show you, right? And there are a lot of functions available in Excel, and when you go there, can you all see that even for engineering also it has lot of functions. That's why that most of the engineering people are using Excel for their data calculation purposes, and especially in the statistical. And if they want to do the data analysis, they can use the statistical functions. The actual functions are the most important part in Excel, right? And especially in engineering and science and research, why we are using Excel? Because of its easiness, and the quite large number of functions available to do the calculations. I have not, this time I have not put deadline for any assignment, right? I want you to get your time and to do the assignment. Yes, and yeah, and the English and IT exams, English, actually English, they had the grouping test, right? You have to contact, and if you want to, if you have not done English test, and please you contact me, so I'll forward the mail to head of English, so asking to allow you to do the test again. And IT exam, it's not kind of exam, right? It's, I wanted to understand your basic knowledge about something that I have tested, and it's for me, it's the entire for me, and it's not any placement, or not any I mean, not for any purposes, but the thing that I want to get your knowledge. Yes, and the Alice course, and because that we need to complete this part to start the Alice. What you have to do, if you are, if you think that you are, you know the basics of programming, and you have learned Java programming from somewhere else, you can start it from intermediate to advanced level. You just need to select the level that you want to follow. That's only the registration, because the other details about you, the other details I have, I only need what is the level that you want to follow. And I have downloaded the Alice software, and now I'm going to install it in my computer, because I want to show you how to install it, and what are the practical problem we'll be getting when we are installing Alice. And you will be having the same kind of online session when we start the Alice program, because I will be the instructor to guide you, but the course materials we will obtain it from the Oracle Academy, right? I'm not going to develop any course materials, but I have to do the lectures and the sessions to you. So because of that reason, we need to complete this part, the Excel part first. Then as the next part, we can start it not in this time slot, but maybe in another time slot that I need to do it to do some synchronous lectures, because I want to show you the its installation and how to use it and all those things. Apart from that, we'll do another teaching and learning in asynchronous mode. And I have already created the page for Alice. I will come back to you in the next week. And after adding those who registered for that session. Okay. Still it's open. As I can remember, I put the deadline 5th, and you can just place your option level from the link available in, as I can remember, it's in session 4. 5th May, right? Okay. Any more question? Those who have raised hand, do you have any questions, or just still you are raising your hand? Okay. And please remember, you have to do, there are a few things that you have to complete. In your peer review, it has a deadline, right? It has a deadline, but your peer review, you have a deadline. Your group project, you have a deadline. Except for those two, you don't have. Yes, the programming language in Alice, it's Java programming. And in first year, in the second semester, I think you have to learn Python. I don't know about the next year, but last year that taught Python. No, first semester you don't have any computer subject. In the you may have heard about our faculty. We have in the first year you have to follow the general program. General program, different subjects from different stream, and then at the end of the general program, you will be able to you are given option to choose the field, right? But if you have a good GPA, then you will be getting the field that you have selected. But we are allocating the field based on your GPA and your requirement. We'll consider both and try maximum to allocate what you have requested. And but if you fail to get the required GPA from the general program subject, then we'll have another session and and we allow you to learn more. Then again, after finishing the special session, you have to sit for the exam, and then we'll see whether you have upgraded your result. After finishing the first year general program, then you have to it's I mean, it's available in your record. I think it's you need to just wait a minute. I will just minimum 2.5 or something. I'm not sure about it, right? And for you to eligible to do the selection, I will let you know, right? By I need to double check. And as I can remember, it's you have to obtain C for all the subject minimum, and the GPA should be 2.5 as I can remember. But if you cannot get that GPA and obtain C for all the subject, you have to follow the special session. And from the second year, you have to follow the courses based on the stream you have selected. Uh, because of that, in the first year, the general program, you have only one computer subject. In the second semester, you have to follow. It's GP 106. It's GP 106. Python. The first year you learn Python, but if you have selected computer engineering, it's different case, right? But generally, for the general program, you learn Python. I don't know actually what are the best courses to follow in Alice. It's also new to me, and I thought of doing it for you. I have also have to learn. I'm also learning it and to teach you. The base is the Java programming. It's some visual programming. I don't know whether you have learned visual. It's a visual programming that we teach the programming concept based on the visual diagrams and all these things. Yeah, and yes, if you have done something, if you have done Java, and if you know the programming concept and basic things about programming, you can just select the intermediate. In the team assignment, the things that you should include under these topics, actually, what I'm expecting is you have to have a kind of idea what is that technology about, right? So that's the first thing. And the second thing, in what applications that the technology is used. And third, and whether it's still that technology is in development stage or it's in application stage, or what are the further developments available and in this technology, and what are the advantages of that technology and what are the disadvantages of that technology, and if that technology is properly established in the society, what are the areas it will affect, right? So I expect those kind of thing, but you don't want to stick it to that one. The basic thing is you have to understand the technology and its concept. It's MATLAB. It's comes in the under GP 106 in the second semester. No, I mean, in Powtoon, it doesn't matter. You just can use any email. Yeah, no, actually, I have answered the question yesterday also. If you think that the references should come to the same page, you can put it. Put a topic like heading, then put references in the same page.